Welcome to another trial programme, the Lee Valley Report. So much stuff going on here now that you have to grasp it, otherwise it'll be lost forever. I'm standing, or sitting should I say, next to the River Lee navigation, which, as I said before, is plus or minus 2 inches throughout the year, maintained by expert Victorian weirs, dams, flows, feeders. Absolute genius. To my right, right in front of me, we have the North Circular, so you can know exactly where I am now. This is the point where the North Circular, excuse the noisy lorries, this is the point where the North Circular covers the River Lee. So right, sort of, I would say, if you look at London as a clock, the whole of London, I would say this is about roughly 1 o'clock. Between 1:05 and 1:10. So this is the lovely and highly adorable River Lee navigation. There'll be boats coming up and down here. This is Meridian Project. That is Meridian Project. Now, the latest news, before I get into any detail, is that all of that is going to be knocked down. It's going to be something like 6,000 homes, maybe even 7,000 homes built here, all being demolished. It's going to be a new town here. But these people finally, the interesting thing is, there's 5 interesting things here. Actually 6. The one that I was most worried about, not really, was the cafe. It's been open for 3 years non-stop. It's now closed. All of this has got a demolition order on it. I'm not concerned about that at all. It's awful. You can see they're bashing into it already. That doesn't consist of the 6 things. I've covered the cafe. There's no 5 left. Oh dear me. It's a bit tougher than you thought, boy. I don't care. All of that can go. I really don't have a problem with it. Now, getting back to point 5 is that Meridian Village, the big London thing, finally the people who own this land, what I heard is that they fell out with the Meridian Project people and decided to rent this to a separate industrial project. So apparently, instead of being houses, this is going to be a industrial zone again. But obviously with more modern buildings, less the asbestos. Point, where are we now? 5-4? I can't remember. The other point is that River Lee used to run right under here. The original River Lee used to run right under here. And over here you'll have something called Silvermere Way, or Silvermere Avenue. Now this is quite important, because when the diggers come in there, if they dig down, they will get a lot of problems there because there's a waterbed. And if you look at even up to the 1950s or up to the 1960s Ordnance Survey maps, you will see warning original track bed of River Lee and the drains associated with it. So essentially all of this is built on a drain. Okay, I don't care anything about this stuff, but there is one thing which will get me to number 3 that I do care about. As I said, all of this can go. So the River Lee came in about here. I'm going to go to number 1 quickly, because number 1 was the old mill that they claim in the Meridian Village that integrate, and it's all still on their website, I've got all the photos saved off, integrate heritage with the modern. Yet it was demolished. Classic old huge Victorian mill up there that is gone. It's on my video, Meet the Victorians. This road is now closed. North Bank Demolition Company. We will get in there. I know where it is, and I hope it's been saved. Half of that has been gone now. Silvermere Drive, see that? Silvermere Drive. And if anybody wants to do N18 now, Edmonton, next to E70. If anybody wants to try and look up, I have dogs in there, won't they? Look at that. Jesus Christ. If anybody wants to look at that and do some further research, there's an old locksman's cottage up there. over 140 years old. This is a track of the original River Lee. These 60s drains would not go down that far, so it's no point looking down those drains because they're not. You know, we've got a gas main there as well. That's interesting. Well, the Victorians always had their utilities together. That will not be significant. That may be significant, but I'm not pulling it up. Stay tuned for the search for the saviour of the River Lee Locksmith's Cottage. Sorry, Locksman's Cottage. Not fucking key cutter, is he? Stay tuned. All right then.